Hey, what's going on, guys? My name's Josh Smith, and I'm the founder of Aligner Marketing. And today I want to talk about why your front desk is actually the number one salesperson in your dental office. Now, I know that might sound like a bold statement, but I think you'll see exactly why I say that. Now, you might be saying, well, how are they selling anything if they're not closing cases or collecting payments? The role of the front desk has been boxed into this small definition of a receptionist, just someone whose job it is to answer the phones, check people in, and file paperwork. But the reality is they're doing so much more than just that. They are selling. They're selling the very first experience, they're selling trust, and they're selling momentum. Every opportunity in your practice, every exam, every aligner start, every dollar of production, it starts with someone answering the phone and turning curiosity into commitment. And if that doesn't happen, well, nothing else can. Your treatment coordinator, they can't present treatment if there's no consult on the schedule. Your hygienist and the doctor, they can't produce if the chair is empty. And this really isn't about minimizing anyone else's role in the practice. It's about recognizing where everything begins. The front desk is quite literally the spark that lights the fire. So to put things into perspective, because I'm really big on painting pictures, say your practice misses just one new patient phone call a day. If that patient was interested in aligners with an average case value of around $5,000, that's $1.3 million in potential production that you lose every year. Now, imagine missing 10 calls a day. That's not unrealistic because about 30% of calls go unanswered in a dental practice. But to put it into perspective, that's $13 million in opportunity that is gone. On the flip side, if your front desk consistently books those calls, that's $13 million gained in opportunity value. That is the level of impact that we're talking about when it comes to the front desk. So whenever I hear people say, well, they're just a receptionist, I honestly cringe because to me, that's not a receptionist. That's a massive revenue driver. But I also want you to think about it like this. That very first phone call, that's the first real human experience that a potential patient has with your practice. Before they ever meet the doctor or step foot into the office, that one conversation forms their entire impression. If the person who answers the phone is warm, confident, and helpful, the patient is going to feel cared for. They're going to trust the practice and they might end up scheduling. But if the call feels rushed, dull, or disconnected, then you are going to lose them. And not only do they not book, but they might also go and share that negative experience with their friends and with their family. That one call can shape how dozens of people see your brand. So here's the big takeaway. Your front desk sets the tone for everything else that follows. They decide how full your schedule is, they decide how productive your team can be, and they decide how much opportunity even enters your business. And yet, in so many offices, this role is still being treated like an entry-level position. Little training, little coaching, little recognition, and that really has to change. This role needs to evolve from just being the front desk or just being the receptionist to being the new patient coordinator or to being the patient care advocate, because that's truly what they are. They're not just here to answer phones. They're here to help people move from where they are now to where they want to be. And that's what selling really is. Now, when I say selling, I don't mean being pushy or being salesy. I mean helping people make a confident decision, showing them that you believe in the services that your practice provides because you've seen how it transforms lives. And when your front desk sees themselves that way as a growth driver and not a gatekeeper, everything changes. 80% of success is in mindset, believing they can sell and understanding the value that they bring. And the other 20%, well, that's mechanics. That's having the right scripts, tools and systems to make it easier. But without that belief, none of the rest matters. So if you want your practice to grow, start with the people that are answering your phones because they're not just the first impression, they're your number one salesperson. So that's all I wanted to share. If you found this video helpful in any way, please like, comment, subscribe, share it with someone who you think might find this useful, and I'll catch you in the next one.